Hello Internet. So I got this phone from a company called Blackview. They sent me this phone for free in exchange for a review, and that was a big mistake. You'll find out why. The one and only reason why I accepted this phone to begin with was its built-in thermal camera. I watched their presentation video here on YouTube and I believed that their thermal camera was their sales pitch. According to this guy, this camera intended use was business, professional use and enterprise. And that's why I took the bait.
Designed for business to business and professional use cases where enterprise is involved.
So the thermal camera on this phone is not a complete junk. It is somewhat useful, especially for those who build PCs and want to make sure that their 4090 power cables isn't going to melt anytime soon. For that reason, I think this camera gets a pass. But if you want to do some real work with it, it's going to be impossible. Allow me to demonstrate. Here we have a graphics card where I'm trying to identify a component that's generating heat. Using this phone, we can get a general idea of a heat source, and thanks to the image overlay feature, it seems like it has a lot of detail. However, that detailed image is just an overlay that never properly aligns with a thermal view no matter what you do. And when it's removed, everything becomes fuzzy and nearly impossible to find a heat source that's smaller than 1 inch. With my beloved infrared, for example, without micro lens, image is much clearer, and if I put the micro lens on, the image is extremely clear, to a point of being able to see absolutely everything. With that said, I don't think thermal camera on this phone was a good marketing strategy, so let's move on. Unlike any phone I've ever had, including my current S20, the audio on Blackview is beyond anything I ever heard. It is so good. It's almost as if you're inside a mini theater if you're watching anything on it. And no wonder. It comes with a premium Harman speakers with unmatched sound quality. So if you're into watching movies or listening music or play video games on this thing without the headphones, this thing is gold. Another great feature of this phone is that it is completely unlocked. You can gain root access if you need to and install all sorts of illegal apps, including ad blockers and other things. Unlocked bootloaders is not common these days, so that phone is definitely a go-to for root access and custom ROMs. Now what I don't like about this phone is basically what I don't like about any modern phone. No infrared transmitter, which means you cannot use this phone as a remote control for your TV, for example. It also does not have a removable battery, but the battery life is really good, at least until the unit is new anyway. It does not have a micro SD slot. Phone runs on a custom ROM, and that ROM sucks. There's an issue of not being able to unlock it with one hand. I think it's because of this lock icon on there, which is supposed to unlock the screen if you press and hold your finger on it, but it's nearly impossible to do because it requires a very precise click. Widgets that you made to be large get small every time you restart the phone. Screen is flat, and that's great if you plan on installing a tempered glass protection that everyone should do anyway. But there is no tempered glass protection available for this phone, and that's very sad, because just after a few minutes of use, screen is already scratched. To be completely honest, I don't think this phone is ready for market just yet, and they have a few things that they need to patch before the release date, which by the way will be on May 6th. And, according to the manufacturer, first 500 phones will be listed at nearly half the price. Link will be in the description or pinned in the comment section below. Bottom line is, it's a nice phone. Screen is basic, shell is solid, thermal camera is garbage, sound is absolutely amazing, and the camera for taking pictures and video is, well, They say 50 megapixels, so I compared it to my S20 with 9 megapixels camera, and the Blackview looks noticeably better, but not 5 times better. So I'm sure it's all scaling and stretching, not actually 50 megapixels. I mean, think about it. They stretch 12 megapixel image into 50 megapixel picture size, but the quality is of 12 megapixel. That's how they get away with it. I'm not saying that this is what Blackview did in this case, but a lot of times Chinese devices are like that. Also, phone did not work with Verizon network at first, so they released a patch, I got the phone patched, and it worked for a day, and then it stopped. And now, every time I plug my SIM card into this phone, my network provider either gets a glitch or locks me out, so I have to call the customer service and request a network reset. And in the end, a phone at this price range, I think it should come with an infrared camera and a tempered glass protection. Thank you for watching, have a blessed day, goodbye.